guys, welcome to Reen's Place. Today we're making super easy homemade bagels. This is my second time making them. The first time was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So I decided to make them again and to make a video of it. So here we go. So into your mixer you're going to add 2 cups of warm water, 2.5 teaspoons of yeast, and approximately 1.5 tablespoons of honey. I just give it a little squirt. Again, that was 1.5 tablespoons of honey. We're just going to let this sit for about 5-10 minutes, let the yeast bloom, and then we'll come back and... Okay, I'm sorry, but the camera wasn't working. So what happened was I started filming and I didn't know that it wasn't on. The yeast bloomed, and then I put in, to start out, 5 cups of flour. You can do this by hand, but obviously easier with a mixer. I was saying previously is that I've seen a lot of recipes and they all had different amounts of flour. What I used last time was about 6 cups. So what I did now is I started with 5, and I also put in 2.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. So I'm going to continue to mix this. And then after it's mixed, then we'll look and see whether it needs additional flour or if this looks good. I'll pause here. Okay, so everything's incorporated. I'm going to stop. I mixed it for about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. It's sticky. Now normally what you would do is you would stop here. You would oil the bowl and then just cover it up and let it rise, like double or triple. But I'm going to add some add-ins to these. So, let's come over here. Okay, so first I'm going to just put a little flour down here. I don't need this either. Also, the last time I did this, it said it made 8 bagels, and they were huge. So I think I'm going to go for maybe 12 this time. Okay, first things I'm going to do is I'm going to leave half of it plain. I'm lying. Oh, I didn't need to do that because this still has to rise, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll keep this together. I'm going to spray a bowl just with some cooking spray. A little avocado oil. I'm going to stick that in there. I'm going to cover it and let it rise. For this one, we're going to cut this in half. I'm going to put jalapeno, and these are just freeze-dried Lighthouse brand I bought at the store. Oh, that's a lot, but I don't care. I like jalapeno. And I don't know, we'll see how much, because this looks like, last time I did this, I did 6 cups of flour, and we're having a storm here, and I know that humidity and stuff can change your dough, so maybe this will only be 2, we'll see. But for now, that's mixed in. And then this other one, I'm going to throw some cranberries in there. Just throw a couple in there like this. So good. We need a little more flour. And then this way we can make a little bit of an assortment of different bagels. If you wanted them all of one, that would be easy. You could just drop your ingredients in there while you're mixing it. But I felt like these are going to be so good in different flavors. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, and to be honest with you, I will put half of this plain dough in here because if Chuck sees jalapenos by his other thing, he's not going to like it. So, okay, I'm going to cover these in plastic wrap. I'm going to put them in a warm place, and then when the dough like doubles or triples, then we'll come back and we'll do the next step. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes. And our dough is doubled. And now we just have to make it into rolls. So I'm going to make each of these into 3. You could do 2 because the original recipe that I was looking at said that this was for 8. But those were huge, and I don't think we need that. Okay, so let's do. And all you want to do is and then you're going to get a cookie sheet. And put them on a cookie sheet. I've also preheated my oven to 425 degrees. I haven't really, but Chuck's going to do that for me now, so we're going to pretend like I did. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what we're doing is you punch down the dough, which I've already done. You can see all of the jalapenos in mine. And then we're going to just make it into a nice tight little, like a roll. And then I like to flatten it down like that a little bit. Put it on the pan. And again. And like that. And then this one is plain, but it's not going to stay plain. I'm going to do everything bagel on mine. And that'll be after we boil them before we bake them. You know, a lot of people do is they measure and weigh. I don't do that. And again, this would be, you know, so much simpler. You can also just make all of the actual bagels plain and then put whatever toppings you want on the top of them. But I think it'll be good to have the stuff on the inside. Okay, so that's number 4. It's so soft, this dough. It feels so good. Okay. Pinch it closed. That's 5. Pinching them closed. Pushing them down a little. That's 6. I'm going to just cover this with the towel. I'll show you what that looks like real quick. On the cookie sheet. I'm going to cover that. And we're going to put that on top of the oven that's warming. On the right side would be good if you would. And then we're going to do the next batch. So these ones are going to be plain. I'll try to get them about the same size, but Again, I'm not really worried about it too much. And then see how quick this is? This really isn't hard at all. You don't need any kind of special skill, because if you did, I wouldn't be making it. For years, I thought these would be hard to bake. Cookie sheet, and then the last one that we have is this yummy cranberry. And again, this is my second time making them, and I feel like once you do it one time, you kind of know what you're doing. Okay, this one looks huge. I'm going to take a little off. Okay. I'm not going to lie, this is a little bit harder with the cranberries in it. I'm just going to do the best I can. Push it down. There you go. Chuck, what are you doing over here?
I'm just reading about the holes.
Yeah, I know when to do this. Thank you very much. You think my husband would be making these things? Okay. He's second guessing my twice made bagels. Everybody's a critic. Okay, let's see. I mean, we are so in the home stretch right here. Let me show you. Okay, so these three are the cranberry, those three are the plain. I thought I had another towel. I'm going to cover this with the towel, and then I'm going to put it on top of the oven, which is preheating. And then when these double in size, we'll come back. In the meantime, I'm going to get my pot out because we're going to boil these, but I'm not even going to get that really going until it's time to actually do them. So I'll be back. Okay guys, it's been about 30 minutes since we preheated the oven and set our bagels out to rise. I have a pot of just plain boiling water. I brought it to a boil, and now to it I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And this is what's going to give the outside of your bagel that chewy, like crusty, chewy crust of it. Okay, and you can see here how beautiful, maybe you can't see. Okay, and so last time I made these, I only made 8, so they were huge. I mean, this is, you know, a good size. Okay, let's get these going. So all you have to do is take your bagel, put your fingers through, your thumbs, rip a hole in the center, and then kind of move it around to make that hole like that. And then you're going to gently stick it in the water. I'm going to do a second one. Like that. And then you're going to let them go about 30 seconds per side. And you don't want to overcrowd your pan. And that's it. Now, what I like to do is I use my silicone sheet on my baking dish, on my cookie sheet. And then I'm just going to remove these, put them back on the cookie sheet, And I'm also going to bake them on there. So this way I'm not getting everything, you know, dirty over and over again. Okay. On to the next two. This is my little plain one. And then my first jalapeno one's going in. About 30 seconds on each. And you could do is you could even take a, last time they were huge and I couldn't do this, but this time I could even do a slotted spoon like this. That works nicely. Again, the last two. Okay, I'm going to finish doing the rest of these, including the other cookie sheet full. And when I come back, we'll be on the other counter and we will get these ready to go. Okay, so all the bagels have been boiled and now they're back on their sheets. I have whisked 1 egg white and I'm just going to apply some egg white to the top of these. And that's just going to give them a lovely golden color and also a shininess to them. So these ones over here are going to be my everything. These three. That's why I did these three plain. The other three will be plain. I'm going to get that all egg washed. And then I'm just going to generously sprinkle them. With some everything bagel. And then these three will be egg washed. These are the jalapeno ones. And because there's 12 bagels and they're fresh, you know, no preservatives, we won't eat all these. So we'll probably eat like maybe one tonight, one tomorrow, or one tomorrow and one Monday. And then the rest of them, I will cut them, put them in a freezer bag, and I'll get them into the freezer, and then we can just put them in the toaster whenever we want one. It'll be lovely. Okay. And on these, I'm just going to spread a little bit of cheddar cheese. I've not done this before, but just a little bit. Cheddar jalapeno. Is this going to work? I don't know. It's probably going to melt and make a mess, but you won't know until you try, right? I can't wait to try the jalapeno ones. Okay. These are going, I'm going to egg wash those and I'll wait for their turn. These are going to go in my preheated 425 degree oven. I'm going to check them after 15 minutes because they're small. They might take up to 20. If they were the larger ones and you did 4 of them, that would be 20 to 25 minutes. So let's put these in the oven and we'll check them out. Okay, so the first batch just came out. Will you look at those jalapeno ones with the cheese melted on top? I'm just going to remove them to a cooling rack. I have the next set already in the oven for, these took 17 minutes, and that's what I put the next set on for. Wow, that's super hot. Let me just show you the bottom. The bottom though is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to let these cool. I'll come back when we take the other tray out, and then we can open up one of these and I'll show you what the inside looks like. Okay, so I just took this batch out of the oven. They went for 17 minutes as well. They're super hot, but these have been cooling for the last 17 minutes. So I want to try one of the jalapeno ones to see what it looks like inside. I'm just going to slice it open. These smell incredible. I definitely like the smaller size, but again, if you have a bigger appetite and you want a big one, if you want a bigger bagel, then just do the 8 rather than the 12. But it looks really good. See the cheese on it. Take a little bite. Mmm. That's really good. I really like the cheese on the top. It adds like more tang to it. The jalapenos definitely give it a flavor, but it's not overly. Let me take another. It's like a subtle jalapeno flavor, but you can definitely taste it. Delicious. Those are a real winner for sure. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you see how easy this is. Bagels have been something I never tried before because I thought they were too hard. And as you could see, honestly, it was longer just to make the video than it was to make them. Like if you were in your own kitchen just doing this, it would take no time at all. And there's downtime. So while the dough is resting and rising, you know, you have 30 minutes here and there to do what whatever you want to do. So clean your kitchen in between, whatever. But I hope you guys give these a try. They're super simple, very impressive. And let me show you without burning myself. This is the plain one. It's gorgeous. And you can do any kind of flavor combination that you can think of. So I hope you give this recipe a try. Let me know if you do and if you like it. And let me know what flavor you make. Plain is great, but all these flavor combinations are also good too. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't done so already, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Please like this video with the thumbs up button and share this if you think that you know somebody who might enjoy the recipe. See you next time.